Okay, what am I gonna do today? Herm. I'm really just waiting for Sternova to come out. That game excites me. I'm super excited for that one. In the meantime, I should play Valorant in practice, but I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. So I've been reading through Bleach, and holy shit, I'm like 300 chapters in the last 2 days. I'm really liking that story. Okay. My God, I wish I could breathe. Jesus Christ, this is so brutal. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Gotta do a oh, no, that in there. Go back to this. Do this. Open this. Let's see. Ah, yes. I know what we're gonna talk about. Twitter, my friend, my precious. Come here. I'm gonna open this. Open this. We can talk about that. And before we get into that, or maybe not, maybe we'll do it right now. Maybe we'll just talk about it right now. So, on the things that have happened the past few days, Mr. Beast has finally made a response. And there has been a lot of talk about this response because I didn't quite scratch the itch a lot of people wanted it to. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Mr. Beast, as of 7:28 p.m. today, so an hour and 5 minutes ago, posts. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. So, this is very tiptoe, right? And we can break this down sentence by sentence. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. So, or you've become aware of the serious allegations. Sure, I mean everyone was of Ava Tyson's. So you're using their preferred name, not their actual name. At this point, we shouldn't be giving people like Chris Tyson the respect to call them by their preferred name. We should be calling them what their actual name is, and we should be saying Chris Tyson is a pedophile, not that Ava Tyson's behavior online is disgusting and that you're opposed to it. Like, we should be not giving them the respect of cordialness in this situation, really. But disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. Similarly to people like Pokimane and Valkyrie, who made very similar messages This is very, oh, I'm disappointed. When against other people, such as Dr. Disrespect, there was a little bit of a different response. And I don't know if Mr. Beast had that similar response to Dr. Disrespect. I have not looked into that, nor do I care to, because it was a little while ago, and I don't need to look into it because right now we're focusing on this. But regardless of if there's any hypocrisy or not, as Mr. Beast's friend, there's a lot of tiptoeing going on in this message already. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. This basically meaning, it can mean two things. Thing number one is that they're having a private investigator get all of the facts exactly as they are, not without any media perception whatsoever, to form an opinion, which, if that is the case, I think that this is very, very poor on Mr. Beast's part, because I'm sorry, there is enough evidence based on the photo that Chris Tyson owns in their house from the artist Shadman, right? That Mr. Beast has seen, like, just from that a lot of the interactions are true. A lot of the Shadman interactions are true. And just off of that, you should be abhorred, right? That's absolutely disgusting behavior. The fact that you need to send in a third-party investigator to get all the information straight before, going nuclear on your friend for some pedophile shit is ridiculous, in my mind. Sorry, I'm sick right now. The second option that this could be is similar to how government officials talk. I will find the root cause. We are working on this. We are looking into this. I'm hiring an investigator to look into this. And it's all a load of bullshit. And it's just a PR move to say that when that might not actually be the case. So there is two sides of the story. I'm assuming there is a private investigation going on for the rest of this for the sake of the argument. But there is a chance that this is all just a big PR move, and in secret they don't care, right? But, benefit of the doubt a little bit. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. So this is in contradiction to Chris Tyson's post, saying that it was a mutual agreement that Chris would step down, right? Mutual agreement that Chris was going to step down. Mr. B says, "You're fired, bitch." Right? So, which is it? My assumption, as was in the last video about this, is that Chris Tyson got fired, axed from the company after these things were revealed, because you're a massive liability at this point and you are causing an issue for the company and we can't have you around anymore. So, we have now basically found Chris Tyson to be lying about the situation again, right? As well as the I didn't mean or I didn't intend to harm anyone, which, at the time you did intend to. That's why you did it. People do things with intent. And now in the future, when you're finding out that there's ramifications for that, you are taken aback. You're like, but I didn't mean to, right? Another lie, that it was a mutual stepping down. No, you got fired. Say that. Seriously. It's not hard to tell the truth. It gets you in less trouble. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. Well, that's good. I sure do hope so. I sure do hope so. A personal opinion, you condone and support these inappropriate acts. The reason being, look at the people you have still on your team and look at the people that you've taken away from your team or that have stepped away from your team. You have Chris, Carl, Nolan. Okay, Chris, transgender, pedophile. Carl, I don't know a whole lot about, but seemingly turned into what most would consider a femboy and is very suggestive in certain ways. And Nolan is just a perfect example of someone who acts really, really stupid. And then you're pushing those three people in front of children as people to look up to. When you're pushing those kinds of people in front of kids to look up to, and then you're taking Chandler, Jake the Viking, and some of these other guys away. I mean, what are you putting in front of kids? You're putting weirdness in front of kids. You're not putting like neutrality in front of kids. Give me a minute. Okay, where were we? Um, I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah, you kind of have been condoning this for the past couple years at this point. Everyone who's been relatively what you could consider a normal ass dude is no longer on your team, and everyone who you would consider a deviant is still on your team, and you are basically forcing them in front of children with your massive outreach. So yeah, you are kind of purposefully doing this. I mean, the second Chris Tyson transitioned, you should have immediately kicked them from the channel because that is not something that needs to be pushed in front of the faces of kids. You know, again, going back to the whole parade in San Francisco where a bunch of parents had to bring their kids to be part of the parade and then dance naked in front of said kids. But it's not a problem unless they masturbate. But still nudity in front of a minor, but that's fine, right? It's kind of it's the whole it's the same situation, and you are okay with it by putting in front of so many kids and basically attempting in a way to normalize that thing happening to a bunch of children who ideally have little to no exposure of that as kids because it's not something that kids need to worry about. Moving on, I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. Will allow them to take necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation, aka I'm gonna stall for knowledge purposes and then take further actions based on their findings. I guarantee you further actions will not be taken unless it is found that Chris Tyson had direct contact from to some minors through like Mr. Beast challenges and stuff, in which case that holds Mr. Beast massively liable. There will be no further actions taken. Not at all. That's not something that will happen because there's absolutely no way in my mind that Mr. Beast is going to go after their friend Chris Tyson for anything short of massive brand endangerment and actual legal action on a federal level towards Mr. Beast. Should they not, right? They have to go after Chris Tyson if Chris Tyson had contact from anybody from Mr. Beast challenges. Other than that, realistically, I don't see anything else happening because that's just not going to be the way it's going to be. Chris Tyson has been a nightmare for Mr. Beast for the past year and some change, almost 2 years now. And Mr. Beast defended Chris Tyson for the longest time, and now it's really starting to bite him in the ass, and he is still tiptoeing around this situation instead of instantaneously condemning Chris for their actions. I don't see why people can't be more outward with this situation when they were so much more outward for other creators and other people. It's very picking sides, very picky choosy, and it really just goes to show a certain agenda basically being idealized from some of these people, pushed one way or another. And when problems happen on the side that you are basically trying to be a proponent of, we are getting people tiptoeing around massive issues like pedophilia for people that agree with them, but not for people that don't. And this is a massive problem and a massive level of hypocrisy in our country and in our world at the current moment. So anyways, just thought I'd share this update. Thank you for watching. You can catch me talk about this live at twitch.tv/Cashy Swanson, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, again, not pedophile drama. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's so fucking gross.